All right, what's happening? It's Christian Suprean, Vice President of Risetech Communications. If you haven't met me, I'm here for you, right? I'm basically here for you. Welcome, whoever just joined just now. If you could put your phone on mute, that would be great, or whatever you're on. But as I was saying, I'm Christian, Vice President of Risetech Communications, and my main goal in my position is to help each and every one of you reach your goals. So anything I can do to help, anything I can do in any which way, like these webinars and things like that. If there's something like on the next webinar that I didn't touch on this one that you want me to touch on, let Frank know, and we'll make sure we, put that into the next webinar or anything like that. I am going to ask for questions at the end, since we do have a couple of people on this time. So if you do have questions, I will answer any questions towards the end. But the first thing I just want to talk about, which I'm going to talk about this in the beginning of all of our webinars, just because mindset is the most important thing in the sales industry. Really, in my opinion, it's the most important thing in life, but especially in the sales industry. You're not going to go knock on somebody's door and make a sale if you're negative. If you don't have the right mindset. If something just happened and you're not in that right mindset and you're upset and you're negative, the customer's going to be able to see it. They're going to be able to tell, and you're not going to make a sale. So you always have to realize how to be in a good mindset. Or if something does happen, let's say you're out knocking doors and you get a phone call saying something happened, your wife got in an accident, or, something minor. Maybe your wife got in an accident, you probably have to leave. I'm just trying to figure out something, but something happened that, you don't have to leave work, but you're still knocking doors, but it just changed your mindset and you went down. You need to have stuff. You need to have something to fall back on to get yourself into that mindset, right? And that's what I'm going to talk about today, to get yourself back into that positive mindset. So, for one, you need to write down your why and repeat it and everything like that. And what your why is why are you doing this? Why are you out there in the hot sun knocking doors? It can't just be just to make money. You got to have a bigger why than that. Just for an example, my why is my kids, right? I got 3 kids, and I go all day, every day, as hard as I can possibly go for them, right? And if something ever happens throughout the day that can get me down, I take about 2 or 3 minutes, 5 minutes, and I focus on them. And the other thing I do is I say my affirmations over and over, right? I think about my why and I say my affirmations. So basically, if you don't know what affirmations are, I've talked about it in a couple of other videos, but affirmations are telling yourself just things that you tell yourself that you believe about yourself, right? Just a few examples of what I do. I am happiness today. I am success today. I am health today. I am right action today. I am love and goodwill for all today. I am peace today. I am joyous today. I am a leader today, and I am blessed always. That's basically what I say to myself. That's my affirmations, right? Come up with your own. Or if you like mine, use those. But come up with your own. I am powerful. I am a leader. I am, blessed. Whatever it is, I am influential. I am a good salesman, if you want to say stuff like that. But you want to have affirmations that touch your heart, that when you say it and when you think about it, you realize that's what you are, right? And that can help you get out of that funk. I suggest saying your affirmations every single morning, and throughout the day, but definitely every morning. And you always want to lead your affirmations off with I am. Okay? I'm not going to get into too much of the words I am, but that's the most powerful words in our English language. whatever you say after I am is what you believe you are. And whatever you believe you are is what God or the universe or whatever you believe in is going to give you. So there's so many people out there that's cursing themselves by putting I am in front of the word broke, or in the front of the word struggling, or in front of the word sad or unhappy, and things like that. You don't want to lie when people ask you different things like that. If somebody asks you how your day is going and it's not going that good, hasn't been going that great, but it's getting better. You always want to add a positive things to stuff like that. I know I'm kind of going off on a little tangent here, but it's very, very important to realize what you are saying behind those two words, I am. Okay. People that, those are very, very powerful words. So believe whatever it is you're saying after I am with all your heart, and that's what you're going to get. Okay. So that's my little mindset deal for today. Just remember, you always need to be in a positive mindset, in my opinion, throughout all of your life, but definitely in sales and when you're out selling. No matter if you're selling behind your computer or selling at the door, especially at the doors, people will see you. They can tell what's going on. But even through messaging somebody back and forth on a computer, they can tell, I promise. But so now I'm going to get into a little bit with the pitch, right? Frank, me and Frank went over a little bit last week with the pitch. What we were doing, this was after after I stopped the recording, I believe. But the pitch is one of the most important things that you can do at the door. It is the most important thing. You need to catch their attention. You got about 5 to 10 seconds to catch their attention. You've got to catch your attention. Now, I didn't mention, Frank said that he's been telling a couple of jokes to start, which is a great idea. I normally tried to get him to laugh or smile after I said my pitch, but either way, if you can get a customer to smile or to laugh or to agree with you, they're open and receptive to what they're due, right? One thing that I used to do when I knock doors, I would look for certain things. I'm in Louisiana, so everybody's LSU fans or Saints fans or something like this. Most of the time when I knock doors, I wore a hat that either was an LSU hat or a Saints hat. And I did that on purpose. Because people love sports. So if you're the same fan as them, now you got something in common, if that makes sense, right? So if somebody answered the door with an LSU shirt on and an LSU hat on, or they had a flag in their yard for LSU, or a license plate that said LSU, or even sometimes like towards the end of the school year, you would see people having LSU bound in their yard, meaning that their kid was graduating high school and going to LSU the next year, something like that. As soon as they would answer the door, and especially if they had something on, if they had an LSU shirt on or hat on or Saints or whatever, I would say, go Tigers. Or if there was something going on that week, about LSU or about the Saints, or if it was a Monday or Tuesday and the games were just played and something happened, I would talk about that. It's kind of the same thing as telling a joke, but it's getting them in a conversation and getting them comfortable with you. Sports brings a lot of people together. It is a big distraction in ways, but it also brings a lot of people together. And when you can talk to somebody about sports or about something that you have in common, they start feeling that you're their friend, and they're going to start allowing you to persuade them to do different things, if that makes sense, right? So that's one thing I used to do. Now, let's say if I answered the door, or if I was walking up to the door and I had an Alabama, somebody had an Alabama who, if nobody knows, LSU and Alabama, that's our biggest rivals in football. If they had an Alabama flag, I used to love that. because when they would answer the door, and if I had an LSU hat on, I would, as they were answering the door, I would grab from my hat and I'd go to take it off and be like, I was wondering if I should take this off knocking on your door. And of course, they just laugh, right? They start laughing, just kind of like saying a joke. They start laughing and they're like, you know, whatever. We're going to beat you. No, we're going to beat you. Most of the time, I don't really go back and forth with Alabama people because they've been beating the hell out of us for a decade, it seems like. So I don't really go back and forth as far as football goes with that. I just say we'll see. But you know, just different things like that, just being aware of your environment. Even walking up to the door and you see a beautiful garden, a woman answers the door and you tell her, man, as I was walking up to this door, I was admiring your garden right there. No matter if she built the garden, if it was her husband, if she had landscapers, whatever, she's going to take pride in that and she's going to feel lifted up. And when you lift people up, they are more accepting to what you do. So as you're walking up to doors, just realize your environment, right? Understand what's going on. And, you know, if there's something that you can say that can catch their attention before you go into your pitch, I promise you, it's going to help a lot. And it seems like Frank, before I started the recording and y'all jumped on, he said that y'all were, he's been selling jokes at the door and it's really been helping. But now getting into the pitch, I basically, with my pitch, I just got straight to the point. You know, it was basically, hi, I'm Christian Suprean, and I'd always reach my hand out to shake their hand. Now, sometimes you're going to be feeling really uncomfortable because they're not going to shake your hand back. Down here in the South, a lot of people do shake their hands. But that's up to you if you want to try to shake hands or not. But if they do shake that hand, it's almost like you're saying, hey, nice to meet you, friend, right? So I always said, hi, I'm Christian with AT&T and stuck my hand out. So, hi, I'm Christian with AT&T. AT&T sent me out here today, or I guess you would say Risetech. So say Risetech, don't say AT&T. I used to say AT&T because that's all we sold at the doors. But now that we're selling AT&T and then we also have Charter that we could sell and Comcast we could sell, we don't want to just say AT&T. So, hi, I'm Christian with Risetech Communications. Risetech sent me out here today to inform you and your neighbors about your recent upgrades that we've been doing to the fiber optic lines in the neighborhood. And basically what that's been allowing me to do for about 50% of your neighbors is increase their internet speeds and lower their cable bill by about $50 to $100 a month. Who do you have for cable and internet? And that's basically it. I basically told them who I was, who sent me there, why I was there, and what I could do for them, right? In about 15 seconds. And once they answer, who do you currently have for cable? I think Comcast is more, I don't know if it's Comcast or Charter more available out there by y'all. But if whatever they say, if it's not AT&T, say, I'm sorry to hear that, and kind of laugh. And I promise you they're going to laugh. For the most part, they're going to laugh, you know. So I'm sorry to hear that. How many TVs do you have set up with Comcast today? I got 3 TVs. Do you have any DVRs? Yeah, we got 1. Well, is that because they want to charge you about $19, $20 for the other 2 DVRs? Yeah, that's why. When you find that question out, you already know you're about to be able to give them, if you're selling them AT&T, you're about to be able to give them DVRs for every one of their rooms for basically free, right? Because all of our boxes have DVRs, and the ones that don't are way more expensive than the DVR boxes. So you already know. So how many TVs do you have? Do they have DVRs? Then you're gonna go to like, what type of channels do you like to watch? You know, what programs you watch? Most people only watch 10 to 15 channels total. A lot of people watch under 5 channels, right? So, but most people only watch about 10 to 15 channels. We're giving these people 300 freaking channels and they're only going to watch 10 or 15. So we need to know what they watch so we know what package to give, right? I would never, ever, ever sell the select package or the U family package for Uverse, ever. I don't care if they tell me they never watch sports. I would never sell those packages. I would make sure that they're at least getting ESPN in the entertainment package. There's going to be a reason. I promise you, no matter if you're a sports fan or not, there's going to be a reason they need ESPN. And even if you're not a sports fan and you see that you don't have ESPN, you're going to feel like you don't have a freaking cable channel. Okay. So, or a cable, company, cable provider. So, you find out what channels they like, what channels they watch. Right. And then you just basically go from there. All right. So what channels you like? Let's say the choice package is where, we're going to put them. So, okay, great. We have the choice package. It's our most popular package. I normally tell them everything's our most popular package, but the two that are really the most popular packages is the choice and the ultimate, right? And I don't even sell the extra package because if you get an extra, you might as well get the ultimate for $5 more and get stars in it. So, a movie channel. But so you basically tell them, let's say this customer, they're going to get the choice, 3 TVs and 100 meg internet. So I'll basically go, all right, so we're going to give you the choice package. That's going to come with 3 boxes. They'll all be DVRs. They all record and they'll all communicate. And what I mean by communicate is if you record something in the living room, you can watch it in the bedroom and vice versa, right? And then we're going to give you our 100 meg internet, and basically that's going to cost, and you just have it all in your head already. Don't break down the different boxes. Don't break down the regional sports fee. So it's going to be 45 plus 14 is 49 plus. So you're looking at $106, but you're already going to have all that kind of calculated in your head before you start saying this. But so you're going to get the choice package, 3 boxes. They're each going to have a DVR on it. They all communicate. You can get 100 meg internet, and we're going to be able to do that for $106 plus tax. How does that sound? When they say that sounds good, all right, can I come inside? Well, let's go inside and finish this order up, right? Can I step inside? It's hot out here. So we can go ahead and finish this order up. And if they have questions after that, right? If they say it sounds good, and then when you say, can we step inside to complete this order, which a lot of times they're going to invite you in when they say good anyways. But if you say, if they say, well, hold on, I got some more questions. That's what you want. You want them to ask you the questions, because then when they ask you the questions, you turn it into the expert, because you're going to have the answers to all those questions, right? So, of course, if they say that sounds good, let's go in and complete the order, that's boom, great. But you're basically saying that to get them to ask questions. If they say, great, come on in, that's fine. I mean, of course, that's great. But a lot of times after the pitch and the 4 questions or whatnot, they're not gonna be totally sold yet. But you're selling them on yourself more than you're selling them on the services, right? So once they start asking questions, now you're becoming the expert, okay? And you answer those questions. And once, let's say they have 3 questions, you answered all 3 of those questions, you'll say, okay, I answered those questions. Sorry about that. Did I answer all your questions? Do you understand everything now? Yes. All right, great. What phone number are we putting on what phone number are we going to use to set up your account? That's a close right there. As soon as they say that sounds good the second time, after they ask the questions, boom, close. Close with asking them for the phone number, or ask them for the name. You can ask them for anything, email, phone number, name, whatever it is. But I would have your app, whatever it is that you're putting the order in, ready, open and ready. Once you get in the house, as you're walking in the house, open your not your app, but open your order form And as soon as you answer those questions and you say, all right, did I answer all your questions? Yes, I did. Or yes, you did. Okay, great. Well, what phone number are we going to use to set up this account? Right? Boom. They give you a phone number, you closed them. They're closed. I promise. If as soon as they give you that phone number, you type it into your phone or write it. If you're writing it down, whatever it is, you write it down. You just keep going down that list. So what's your phone number? 985-605-3118. Boom. All right, what name we putting it in? Christian. Boom. What's your last name? How you spell your last name? Suprean. Suprean. Boom. Email address. Boom. Address. Boom. Doom. Doom. And I'm telling you, they give you that phone number, you close them. Just continue the process. If they stop you in the middle of it because they have another question, great. Answer the question, go right back to the processing their order. Okay? Does that make sense? Any questions on any of this?
No. Actually, go over what are some of the questions that you would want to ask during the engagement after who do you use for your TV service? We typically go over what I call the hot questions, but maybe through your list you could have some additionals that you would want to add on just for everybody listening.
Okay, I'll go over that again. Yeah, I mean, after after the pitch is done and I say what cable company, what cable and internet provider you have, how many TVs do you have hooked up with them? Do they have DVRs? How many DVRs do you have? What channels do you like to watch? And basically that's it. I get everything to set them up with what I'm going to give them. And I also will find out, like, especially like right now, I'll find out if they're an NFL fan. Also ask if they're an NFL fan. And if they're not, then just blow that off. But if they are, oh, you're going to love this. I'm going to be able to give you the, NFL Sunday ticket for free for this whole season. Right? But if they say no to NFL, just blow it off, because if they're not an NFL fan, they're mad at the NFL. For the most part, because of all the kneeling and stuff. So at least down here, when they say they're not an NFL fan, they mad. So I don't want to be involved or bring anything to them that will make them mad. So as soon as they say no about NFL, I don't ask why not. I don't ask, oh, you should be, anything like that. Just boom, just go away. But basically the questions I ask are, who's your current cable and internet provider? How many TVs do you have? How many how many boxes do you have with them? How many DVRs do you have with them? What are your favorite channels to watch? And basically that's it. And I try my best to stay away from movie channels.
Okay. On the what's it called? It on the AT&T wireless. Teresa, good job actually on the wireless cell. How would you how would you recommend we do that at the doors? It's a little bit different, right? But we want to get into wireless. We are AT&T at the door. We should offer that. How would you recommend offering the AT&T wireless when we're at the doors? I mean, we want to fatten that up, and obviously, adding wireless would close more. It makes them more official in the close, because we do sell the bundles, right? That's part of our pitch, the internet. But the wireless, how do you transition to that?
Now, all right. So basically what I did and what I teach is to make that TV and internet sale first, right? Make the initial sale first. And then once you're if you're completing the order or as you're getting their information, or if once the order is complete, all right, Frank, who do you have for, just so I know, who do you have for your wireless? Who's your wireless provider? Verizon. Well, look, I just want to let you know that we have a lot of really good deals going on right now with AT&T, to where we can bundle you with your new AT&T internet and TV services. Would you be interested in seeing anything about wireless right now, or would you rather me call you back in about a week or so? And if they say they want to see something, then pull it out. I mean, I don't know if y'all know how to use the MST tool. I can share my screen in a minute and show that, but I'd pull it out and start, showing them what we could do for wireless. But I don't really push. I've never really pushed too hard on wireless at the door, or like even started with wireless. Now I do know some people that start with wireless and go from there. But for one, to me, TV and internet's way easier to sell, and for two, you make more money with TV and internet. So, that's why I do it like that. But after the order is complete, or as you're completing the order, I would bring it up definitely. Who's your current wireless provider? If it's not AT&T, well, look, I'd like to let you know that we do have a bunch of good wireless promotions going on right now. We can also bundle it with your new AT&T and internet services to where you have it all on one bill. Would you be interested in learning more about that now, or would you rather me call you back in about a week or so? Or would you rather me call? I wouldn't even say a week. Would you rather call me back in a couple of days? Rather me call you back in a couple of days about the wireless, and give them that option. But don't give them don't give them an option to say no at all. Like, I don't want anything. So give them that option, because you don't want to say, because some people might just be ready for you to get the hell out their house. You know what I mean? Some people just might be, okay, you were here for 30 minutes, 20 minutes. I'm ready to watch the show I was watching before you left, or whatever it is they were doing. I'm ready to get the cooking or whatnot. So if you just say, would you be interested in wireless? They say no. Now you're done, right? So you want to ask them who they have for their wireless provider. Once they say whoever it is, if it's not AT&T, you let them know, we have some really good AT&T promotions going on, especially that can bundle with your, we can also bundle it with your new AT&T TV and internet services. Would you like to hear more about that today, or would you like me to call you back in a few days? And just go from there. And then if they are interested, do y'all know, Frank, do y'all know about the MST tool?
No, we might have to see that on your screen.
All right, let me pull that up right quick. Let me see if I can do that right quick. Let me share here. I tell you what, I really do like having 5 people on the call.
Yeah, it's a lot better.
All right, can y'all see my screen?
No.
Oh, I didn't press share, that's why. Can y'all see my screen now?
It's loading up there.
Let me know when y'all can see it
now.
All right.
I see it on Google.
I see
All
it.
right. So basically, you're gonna go to mst.att.com. Ooh, I hope this login still works. All right, and then you write this down for the login. 7C22M. I just need to make sure it still worked. So that's the number 7. C is in cat. 22. M is in Mary. I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly because I only got 10 more minutes left of this deal here on this call. Sorry.
Is it case sensitive on that login or no?
No.
Okay.
So 7C22M. I just make the C and the M lowercase. I don't think it really matters though. All right. So when you get here, the first one thing that you can check on, I'll have to go over this. I don't want to go over this too much right now, but all this is the new promotions that are happening inside of AT&T. All right. So you can always come here to mst.att.com and find out the different promotions that are happening. But basically what you can do in here is build a quick order. You're building an order for the customer, but it's a fake order. It's not like it's going to be, but it's exactly what you're going to do. Like exactly what the customer will pay and everything like that without having to bring out calculators and all this kind of thing because, you know, trying to quote a phone, you can't do it in your head. You know, there's so much different stuff happening, right? So you would come right here to the rate plan calculator. And then basically you just pick whichever plan that they want. So if they want one of the smaller plans, you pick Mobile Share Plus. If they want the unlimited, the regular unlimited plan, and that's the main one that I sell is this AT&T Unlimited and More plan. You click that, or if they want unlimited and more premium, you click this. This is the best one right here. So I'm gonna click on that, but whatever plan they want, you click on. And then let's say this customer is gonna want 2 phones, right? Let's say they want 2 phones, all right? So basically all you're gonna do is you're gonna click this plus sign twice next to smartphone with AT&T installment plan. Now, if they want like a flip phone or something like that, you would click this. Tablets and watches, you'd click there. All right, so now we got these 2 phones populated right here. You click on these 3 dots. You click on configure. And now we're here. So what you do is you come right here, you keep it as AT&T installment plan. You come right here and you click up look up new device. And let's say the first phone was going to be an iPhone XS. So you click on Apple. And then you'll go down to iPhone XS. You pick the right gig. Let's say they wanted a 256 gig. Click on that. And boom, everything populates. So their monthly price for this phone is going to be $38.34 a month. The total cost is $1,149.99. All you have to do is take 10% of this number to find out what their taxes is going to be. It may be a little bit more in California. But we used to do 10% here because it actually was a little bit less. But so this person's taxes will be for this phone $114.99. I never did do anything with a protection plan. I would tell them once you receive your phones, add your protection plan. Main reason why is because it makes the cost go up. And I want the cost to be as low as possible. So tell them to add their protection plans to their phone once they receive their phones. And then you click save, right? And then you just do the same thing for the next one. So you click on the configure, the 3 dots, click configure, look up device. Let's say this one wanted a Samsung, so you click on Samsung. Let's say they wanted, let's see what they have. Let's say they wanted a Samsung 10E, 128 gig, you click on that, boom. It's going to be $25 a month for the device, $749 total. They're going to be paying $74.99 for their taxes. Scroll down here, save. Now both of the phones are populated. They turn to orange. Come over here to summary. And there's your summary. So their monthly cost is going to be $208.34. They're going to pay $38.34 for one phone and $25 for the next, $75 for the unlimited and more, and then there's a $35 monthly cost for each one of the phone plans. But so you can get that just like that, okay? And it's quick. You can do this from your phone, you can do it from a tablet, you can do it from a computer. And you can just get there, and this is what I always use to sell phones. Because it's quick and you can get them an easy, quick estimate, or not estimate, quote. Now let's say, you see how it says one-time cost 0? Now if you want to check out what their first month's bill going to be, this is going to be their monthly after the first month's bill, right? But their first month's bill is going to have it's going to have an activation fee. So if you want to show the activation fees, all you would do as you are filling this out is click on right here, the activation fee, and then save. And then I'll do it on this one too, just so y'all can see. Click on the activation fee, save, summary, So basically, I mean, it's easy just to do it because it'll still show you your monthly cost and then your one-time charge. So their monthly is going to be $208.34 plus tax, but their first month's bill is going to be a $60 extra. So their first month's bill is going to be $268.34 because there's a $30 one-time activation charge for each phone. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and what do they pay up front for getting the cell phones and the plan and whatnot?
So basically what they're going to pay up front is the taxes of the phones. So let me go back and just, that's why I was showing y'all the taxes. So they're going to be paying the taxes of the phones. You do have to do that kind of, manually. So $1,149.99 is the full cost. You would just take 10% of that, which will be $114.99. So 114 plus, I think this one was going to be like 75. Yeah, so like $74.99. So 114 plus $74.99 is going to be about $190. Or you just pull your calculator out and do that. But so yeah, they would be paying about $190 for the phone up front.
Got it. And how soon from the order? Like, how soon is the shipping and everything for the?
They are supposed to get their phones within 2 business days. So if you ordered a phone today, they should have it by Friday. But I always say 2 to 3 business days. And I do that with anything and everything that I do in life, period. If somebody tells, like if I'm shipping something to somebody and I'm doing it for second day air, I'm going to tell them to expect it in 2 or 3 days. If I'm shipping it, anything like that, I always try to give myself an extra day or an extra amount of time because especially stuff that we're not really in control of, if that makes sense.
Of course.
Y'all have any questions on this MST tool that I could try to go over? I got 1:30 left on this webinar of recording at least.
No, this is perfect. I think just well, I don't personally have it, but I think just we could do more in-depth wireless training on the next one. You know what I mean? We could focus on different things because this is an aspect that we obviously got to tackle.
Right.
Leave no money on the table. You know what I mean? It's like you want to average 30, you better make some free throws too.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you, bro.
Free
So
throws.
yeah, we can go over more with wireless next week. I can definitely go and make a couple of different stuff. I can bring out a couple of different things. I got a PowerPoint that I can go through for wireless as well to kind of go over some different points of each of the phones and stuff like that. I have heard that that iPhone is coming up. That Apple's coming out with a new iPhone in September. I haven't totally heard it yet, but I've been hearing whispers, so that'll be kind of big. But other than that, it looks like I got about 20 seconds left on this. So of the recording at least. So let me just wrap this up and then I'll stop the recording and then we can go from there. Well, y'all have a great day. I hope this helped. I know Frank will be putting this on his YouTube channel for y'all.